Good morning. I'm so tired. Woo! Something dropped and I thought it was gonna get me. So we're gonna go back to the Medina again today. And yesterday when I went, I was just literally taking in all the sights and the sounds. So today I get to be a bit more focused and intentional. So I'm super excited. So I'm about to put on my face. But before we get to the souks, two things. First, isn't this design fabulous? And second, check out this restroom. We stopped in a public restroom on our way to the souk because it is next to impossible, y'all, to find one once you're inside the souk. And I was immediately taken by this toilet. I appreciate that level of thoughtfulness from mothers and adults who care for children or little people, and just having a toilet to accommodate them overall. I think all cities should be more inclusive in their design of public spaces. Yeah, this was dope. Okay, on to the souks. Much as I like the souk, it can be a very intimidating place to the uninitiated. So it was nice yesterday to have the tour guide to kind of walk us through, take us different places, give us a lowdown, help us barter. And now that we got the hang of it, we're going back in the souk to do some more shopping. So we're back in the carpet place. It's interesting. We had a guide yesterday, and today we were by ourselves, realizing that with the guide, they get a commission. So that's how they make their money. You go shopping, but they get a commission on everything that you shop and buy. So when you go by yourself, you don't necessarily have the protection in that way or the assistance of bartering or language. But if you trust yourself enough, you get even better deals without the guide, because then all the money gets to be shared between you and them. So interesting. And she is getting her carpet. How you feeling? Like a winner? There's a flavor and a bounce that markets have, where it's just a coming together of people and energy, and like it's an exchange. And there's like the value is not just in what you buy or what you take away. The value is in the human exchange and like knowing that you're taking care of one person and one person's taking care of you. So what you need, someone has that you can buy, and they also need your money. So it's literally an exchange, and it feels like a prolonging of life. I absolutely am loving this. Something else we noticed in the market was that having a tour guide, they can kind of sway you to buy a certain way, because they'll say, oh, that's not good, that's not quality. And I think in some way, ignorance is little bliss, because if you're just out there free shopping on your own and going after what your spirit tells you, you don't have that background noise in your head when you're shopping. But with that being said, he did warn us about shopping at the spice towers and saying that while they were really beautifully displayed, they weren't necessarily sanitary. And it's something that is just done because it charms tourists, but it's not something that any of the local Moroccans would buy. And he suggested that we didn't either.
Hi, America.
So we're hungry and we're walking around looking famished. And as if the gods heard our cry, the Senegalese man approaches us and of all things asks us if we want Senegalese food. Of course. What I like most about my food experience in Morocco was less so much about the food. I can say that I have had better, although it is tasty. The best part was the coming together during meals. It was the consideration of bringing a community of people together to eat and nourish themselves. It wasn't about individual servings, it was about communal portions. So no longer can you serve your greed and just eat all the food you want without any thought to the next person and that they have to eat too. It also makes you more mindful, more conscious, and more present, not just of the other folks around you, but of yourself and your own needs. And I always like to say that your fingers are the best utensils. And so being able to eat with my hands without judgment was fantastic. And that was the beauty about the Senegalese meal. It showed me the commonality. A lot of countries within Africa and the African diaspora share this communal style of eating, as well as eating with the hands. That was my favorite part. You can tell we didn't like this at all. It was absolutely disgusting. That was Pattaya. All right, we made it. It's super early, and we're getting ready for our flight to Ghana. The airport here in Marrakech is beautiful, and there was nobody in the line. And they weren't tripping over luggage.
Over luggage or
right,
bag
or bags or any of that shit.
You scan it when you first get in, and they over it.
Exactly,
like whatever.
That's it. I was 3
Not
pounds
America.
over. She didn't even look at me, blink twice, nothing, didn't demand any fees or money. So yes, it's pretty dope. But anyways, we're on our way to Casablanca for a forever layover, and then to Accra for the year of return. I just want y'all to see how beautiful this airport is too. Architecture here is everything. To get to Ghana, we took a short early morning flight to Casablanca, where we had a 14-hour layover. We were so excited about these 14 hours, y'all, because we had big plans. We were gonna go explore Casablanca, shop at more souks. Y'all, we could not get enough of the shopping in the souks. But instead, here's what happened. Oh, lesson learned. Very annoyed right now. I now have 12 hours ahead of me that I have to sit in this airport and just wait. So essentially what happens is that when we left Marrakech, they stamped our passport to leave Morocco. And there was no conversation or question. No, I don't know that even one cared that we had a 14-hour layover in Casablanca. So our original plan was to go to Casablanca and leave and then go explore the city, come back around 10, maybe even 8, hang out till our flight. We spent the past few hours going back and forth between the passport government control people and the people who work in the airport. And there's this one man who's holding everything up, because it's very simple. You could just cancel the stamp and allow us to go and then come back and give us a new exit stamp. But according to him, we have to cancel our ticket and then he'll give us an exit stamp. But if we don't cancel our ticket, he can't let us leave the airport. And I'm just thinking about these systems that we have set up where literally a stamp, so a simple faded stamp, is preventing us from being able to leave this place. Annoyed. So after that disappointment and being stuck in this airport, I was hungry and over it. So I go looking for Moroccan food. I can't find any authentic Moroccan food. Instead, I find a lot of French versions of Moroccan food. I'll pass. At this point, I settle on this sandwich and I go looking for a place to rest. So where there's a will, there's a way. I was walking around looking for the lounge and I found this airport hotel. And it's for people like me who are just stuck here forever and ever and ever and a day, who need a place to rest. I'm so sleepy, and they have these rooms. So it's just shout out to the Casablanca airport for having a hotel, because they must do this stuff all the time, so they already know. Weary travelers just don't have time. So I got a room and went to sleep. Thanks for watching, you guys. In the next video, we're going to Ghana for the year of return, exploring food, of course, by visiting Makula Market, a ShopRite grocery store tour, and a traditional Ghanaian cooking class with Chef Manny. And we also visit the world's first and only shea butter spa and museum. Shout out to Hamamat. And we hang out with friends, explore the nightlife, and go to Afrochella. I'll see you soon.